Aloha, my beautiful friends. My name is Krista Ralaxmidetten, coming to you from beautiful Florida today. And I wanted to do a little update. I haven't done it in this format for a very long time. And there are lots of changes undergoing right now. So wanted to just share with you what's going on with me. So I have been in a very deep transitional phase during the last 2 months, and I bet it will probably continue for the rest of this summer. And I plan to kind of get into full gear again in October. But before that, I already have some other things kind of brewing. So what happened, you may wonder. So for the last 2 years, I was leading online coaching programs. I did inner family relationship program, both in Estonian and in English. I did also WILDFIT a wellness program for food freedom, both in English and Estonian. And I also started to do mental fitness programs in both languages as well. So the problem was that I did it so often that when one group ended, the other one started basically immediately. I didn't even have a day in between. And what happens when you do it in that like intense space and pace is you have a danger to basically burn out. And I think that what is actually what happened to me. And I know that I have a very obsessive personality. So if I go into it something and I like it very much, I can go overboard and extreme. And I've been working with it also in the past, but sometimes I still kind of forget, like when I really like something and just kind of go in heads, heels over, and just dive in. Another big problem was that I wanted to introduce people these amazing programs. And many times also you kind of like think like, okay, it's new, people don't know it, and wasn't maybe quite sure myself as well how the results will be. So I offered these like a very, very low price. Yeah, in Estonian standards, it was like pretty high price, but in general, like the work I put in there and what I got back in monetary value was really off balance. And now what happens if you do it for a very long time, you start to basically grow bitterness and resentment. And when you do that for a long time, it actually turns toxic. It turns toxic towards yourself, and then it also turns toxic also towards everyone you are dealing with. And it wasn't healthy anymore. So I needed to take time off and totally unplug in so many ways. I focused only on my positive intelligence exam stuff, which I got done now by the end of May. And now I'm just waiting for their feedback if I need to redo something, or I will be licensed as a mental fitness coach by the end of the month of June. So very exciting. See how that goes. So that process was also pretty intense. There was lots of homework, lots of exam stuff to go through, also other people's videos to see and give feedback and so on. But I'm very glad I did it, because that also gave me some amazing new tools, which we like, I kind of had, but I didn't have on that level. So at the same time, I have been working since this year's February 2023 in the Daytona Books and Metaphysics shop part-time. I started with 3 days a week, then it went to 2 days, and then 1 day, and then I was about to quit, and then I got my 2 days back and then the 3 days back. So, and then now sometimes I even like fill in with other colleagues if they need to, and if it works with my schedule. And it's been a really amazing experience to go out from the house, meet people, see what are their questions, learn about the crystals. I actually call it my crystal school, and I go there and get paid actually. So it's a nice perspective to have. And I also started to do my mermaid divination, doing the mermaid, readings and stuff. So So that way also it was like bringing something new. And it has been a really interesting experience also as business-wise, as I've always been an entrepreneur myself, to go into someone else's business, see how they do things, you know, make notes, and also change my patterning, not giving any feedback until someone is asking about anything. And because I've had so many businesses, of course, as soon as I go into one, I see instantly what could be better and what could be done differently. But if it's not my business, I have to just like keep it to myself until someone comes and asks. And that's one of the mistakes I've done so many times. Also with some of the coaching modules, which I did previously, I just have that instant way of seeing how to optimize things and not always keeping my mouth shut. It's really sad that the world is like this as it is, because it would bring lots of value and make things better. But sadly, many business creators are not ready to get outside input. And also probably the way I was giving it in the past wasn't very, you know, diplomatically done. So one of the things and one of the biggest lessons I've learned living in United States is diplomacy. And my best teacher has actually been my husband. And I've also learned, you know, from the European perspective, very many things are done very differently here. So kind of learning on that cultural level as well. So now what's the change going to be? So first, I will change the way my podcast was set up. So I want to turn it more into like a community where people come in, and on regular basis, there will be also a little membership fee. People who pay the membership fee can be, you know, witnesses and present for the recording, so they can also ask questions right away. And there will be like maybe some clips or snippets for free as well, but mostly everything will be in that membership area. And that's another thing. For 2 years, weekly, for 10 hours a week, I was editing and putting up 1 episode per week, you know, 2 episodes in Estonian, 2 episodes in English. And another thing where I really burned myself out. I really tried to get help. I got some help here and there, but for that level, the way I was doing it, I should have had like a whole team. And I didn't have it. I didn't want to make it like very commercial. I wanted to keep it like a different way. So, and then also make it very simple. So basically record it into that membership area, and then it's there, and there will be no editing. So it goes as it comes. So editing was the thing which just took so much time. I like editing, have the documentary making background. I've done 2 documentaries professionally, but it's just like, it's too time consuming. So, and to have someone else to do it, then also to find those people who understand how you want it. And then also there is extra monetary costs. So if the podcast doesn't earn anything, so you have to kind of see what's the best way. So this is coming. I don't know exactly when it all kind of gets set up, but it's in a process. So if you have wondered what happened to Christo's podcast, so that's in the transition as well. And I'm really sorry that I just kind of dropped it, and I was just like having difficulties technically, and then I couldn't figure it out. And once I figured it out, I was just like, whew, so exhausted with other things. So, and then the biggest next step will be that I will uplift all of my programs to more like premium prices and premium packages. What does that mean? So this means that if someone comes in like, hey, I really suck at my relationships, I want to like really figure out what this is, then they can join my Inner Family Relationship Transformation Program for 3 months. And we go to the core to cleanse out and find those old patterns and really set up a new foundation. And it will be online materials they can go through, and then also a weekly call with me where it's like a check-in. A person also sends in their weekly overview, answering some questions. So it gives me also a little kind of glimpse how people are doing. So it's pretty intense, but to really make the change and shift, weekly is the best I see. Right now, I'm also enrolled in therapy myself and do those weekly calls also with my therapist. And it's like you do this one thing and then you have another week to work on that next thing. And that's how you progress and grow. So let's say someone has trouble with health or their weight, or they have eating habits which are bad, or they have trouble to get training going. Then WILDFIT or my future holistic wellness program will be one of the options. So again, for 90 days, you can jump on board. We'll go through everything: how much water you drink, how much you sleep, do you do proper breathing, how is your diet? We go through all of those like core elements of your health. And the same way, weekly meetings, and you have home assignments, you have things you have to do and follow as well. And then to really get, step on this, like be on charge, become the captain of your life, to really start to guide your own mental capacity. It is the mental fitness program, which I call right now mental freedom program, again for 3 months, which we kind of use to go deeply in, learn about this new operating system, which helps your brain to turn into the positive side and your conscious side. And after this is done, then you will basically have a toolbox for the rest of your life. And if you really put it to work, you basically may need no therapist for the rest of your life. It's like so powerful, It's put together by Sarshid Jamin, one amazing man who has background in business and also in coaching and academy. So all of those like newer research in neuro-linguistic and brain and positive psychology, all of these things, and behavioral psychology and performance psychology are put together there. This is like new time psychology. So if any of you see this video and you think like, oh, I want to go and study psychology, don't. Better come do this program with me, the mental freedom one. After you have done this, you actually qualify to, continue in the coaches program to become one with Sarshid. So that's a really beautiful possibility too. And so if there are people who are like, okay, I would like to do this, and it seems like I need all of those, we actually can enroll you for a year-long program where we go through all of these: your inner family, your health, and then your mental fitness, which are basically the core: body, mind, spirit. So body is the WILDFIT, mind is the mental, and spirit is your inner family. So in between all of these 3 months programs, we have one integration month where you can really digest what you have learned, and then also get yourself ready for the next, where you also already get like a little questionnaire, what to think and how to prepare. And that's actually, which I would like to get like 10 people to do that with the premium price. And for the first 10 people, actually give like a super deal. And then after those 10 people are done, then the price will of course go up. And also now, how can I say that these programs work? So all the programs other than my own inner family have been like tested with like thousands, tens of thousands of people. My inner family one hasn't got so much tested like on a bigger scale, because I haven't taken it on the bigger scale. But I can tell you, the people who have done, for example, just the inner family and the WILDFIT, their lives have completely changed. Their relationships have changed. Like if they've had bad relationship or they had a good relationship, but their relationships are ready to get to the next level, what happens is that these energies will push the person to reevaluate and get to that next level of relationship. So, and then also the same with job and mission, and, you know, your overall like wellness and happiness will go up like almost automatically. So, and who am I to be the guide for those like premium, you know, clients and so on. So over the years, when I was traveling as well, I actually met very many millionaires. I also actually worked with some of them. Some of them, actually, I was on location therapist or on location, whatever I needed to support them with. So I was a wanter therapist for one. We started to do like a business project, you know. So it was really amazing to work with people on that scale and also kind of see what the premium lifestyle and premium prices and all of that like means, you know. So this is not new to me. I actually really love it because also these people usually, you know, have the understanding I need to invest into myself, into my wellness. I have to take the time to work and get better, and also to find a world-class, you know, coach to help them on this path, you know. So who am I to coach these people? I'm a world-class coach who has 2 higher university degrees, social anthropology and visual anthropology, which is all about communication, communicating with people from different countries and cultures, and how to do it the most happy and harmonious way. And also to see like what are the things which are uniting us instead of, you know, differentiating us. And I also have so many different coaches and modalities I've gone through to get better and to, you know, offer more holistic approach to my clients. And I have done this work like hands-on 23 years, but to add like maybe even 5 years there, it's basically pretty close to like 30 years I've worked in the realm of holistic wellness internationally. So you will be in good hands. You'll be with someone who can also read energies and also see through crap and patterns and so on, and also help you to guide you to get to those, you know, new solutions or new doors and windows, which you always have had, but never managed to open, you know. And in the past, when I have worked with people who have paid premium prices, it just instantly made me also feel so good and so happy, because also these people valued me and valued my, you know, presence. And in the coming months, I will also put together some of those feedbacks in English so you can, you know, see yourself and, you know, decide yourself. And it's so amazing to see also, like, I should maybe even like let those people to do another testimonial, like 1 year later, what has happened and what has changed. So these changes which people go through right after the course or class or program is one thing, but then once they start to really implement it even more, it goes to another level, and it still continues to help them to grow and make their lives better, happier, holistically more, you know, harmonious and so on. So this is where I am. And if someone would ask also like, okay, Krista, why are you doing all these things? And why premium? Like, why do you need that much money and so on? So honestly, I'm the type of person who actually would like to live in a world with no money. I would like to just do what I love. I actually don't care much about money, but sadly, we don't live in a world without money. So money is a currency, money is energy. And I would like to have a little more of that abundance so that I would create and invest into something bigger so I can help people even more. So one of my dreams is actually to have the time and possibilities to write the series of books, Wellness and Abundance Wheel. I have actually 5 books, and I have several of them already in a manuscript form. in some different languages as well. And I see a very amazing vision how this all comes about. I need like a year for that, and 12 months I'm gonna travel the world, and in different areas I will finish one of the books at a time. So this is how these books want to come to this world, you know, fully. And then secondly, me and my husband, we have this big dream of opening up like a beautiful tropical retreat center one day, and do all of the things which we have, you know, seen what people do, and then take it to the next level, you know, offering that wellness to people on that level that once they come there, they actually don't want to leave because it is like heaven on earth. I also have been dreaming about my Wantra pool, my water therapy pool, where I could just like, you know, get my clients to sessions, and they do groups, regular groups as well. It's the warm heated pool, body temperature water, where we do different moves and different, like, you know, dancing in the water, and learn how to do it the most soft and amazing way. And I also in the future would like to have my own coaching program and school, teaching people how to coach people, and take it to the next level also with my water work. But because of all these changes and also our constant moves and all of these things happening, it has taken a lot of energy to stabilize in a way. So even like since we moved from Texas last year in November, it took us almost like 5 months to get everything kind of settled in such a way that it was like, okay, now we can kind of breathe a little bit. And now another change is coming. So don't know like how many months or a year or what's the next thing. So this is the nature of our life right now, and is temporary, but it's also, it's very like exhausting. This continuous moving, especially now as we also have 3 cats, right? So yeah. So all in all, I am pulling everything together, resetting, evaluating, revamping, repackaging everything into a new format, into a new way. And I'm here to help you all to get to that next level in your life. My millionaire mastermind coach, Pavel Ili, is the guy who just moved from Miami to Dubai and just got recently married, and he's having a blast, and I've learned so much from him. And the next months, I actually will really start to implement all of his tips and tools. I took it really in the first couple of months in his program, and then so many other things happened. So it kind of got sidetracked and stuff. But yeah, I will dive in. And one of the things I've learned from him is that, you know, so many of us, we just accumulate so much knowledge and courses and programs and challenges and this and that and live events and so on. And then we never really put it fully into action. So just recently, I was at one of the classes Vishen Lakiani was doing, and it was like a 4-hour free class. And I took many notes, and I even put it into a different folder, and I plan to really start to put everything into practice. So, and that's my reminder for you as well. If nothing else, just whatever you learn, implement, put it into practice, because otherwise it's like no point. Another beautiful story I want to end this with is this beautiful hair I have today. And, you know, for me, finding a good hairstylist is like finding a needle in a haystack. As we moved here, I tried 3 different places, and one was worse than the other. So I was almost about to give up, but then I sat down, I made my intention. I would like a beautiful, amazing, kind of like homely, family feeling oriented, like a small, almost like boutique style size, salon. And so that the person who is running it or people who are working there that they would like, welcome me with open arms, so I can feel like they are interested in my life. I can ask about their life, and then they also know what they're doing, and it would be like a positive experience. And from the moment I started to send this out, I did my additional research online. Suddenly I found this beautiful little saloon called Saloon 402. And it's here in Daytona on Sea Breeze Boulevard. So if any of you want to check it out in the future. And it's run by a beautiful lady who was like open arm, kind of welcoming me, had no problem for me to show her my formula, got it all mixed in, and then to top it off, she just, did a little bit of the curls as well. So, and the time, like from the moment I started to communicate with her on Messenger till I got there, was all like very, beautiful, friendly, amazing. And as I was going off there, I said like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I felt like, I won a chatbot because wow, this is definitely a place I come back to. And I think I found my new hairdresser I can become and stay loyal for years to come, or maybe decades to come. Depends how much longer we'll be connected to this area. So it shows again, intentions go a long way, and also you deserve the best. Never go for less. And then you just need to do your research and then take action to make those beautiful things come your way. And those beautiful people help you with whatever you need help with. So I'm here for you. I wish you all beautiful summer and enjoy. And if there is anything I can do for you, let me know. Even if some of those programs I told you don't resonate with you, and so still take contact with me. And to top it off, the final cherry on the cake, I'm starting to also do, again, aura upgrading. And this is a super life-changing thing to do. And I'm so excited to start that again as well. So already have worked with a couple of people to prepare. I've done one already here locally, and I know several others who have been like thinking about it. So ask me more if you kind of think this sounds interesting and mysterious. So, okay, lots of love, lots of aloha from Daytona, and hope to see and connect with you very soon. So aloha, mahalo.